Welcome back to Ravenheart Paintings. Today a couple of minis from a different board game, Nemesis Retaliation. It's a alien-like game and we're gonna put some colors into drones. A video a bit different than usual. It's not a full tutorial. I initially planned to put only a short video. However, during the process I decided why not to put at least a wee bit of the tutorial, just to show the main part of the painting process. So, as you can see, the minis are prime with the black primer, again the Chaos Black from Citadel, and then I did a bit of dry brushing, so there is a combination of the Eshin grey and the white scar all over the mini, and then on the top pure white. That's the base for our contrast paints. However, in some parts I use the regular parts. As you can see, the arms and the chest are covered dry brush with the Bugmans glow. It's kind of like a muscle color, and then we're gonna put some contrast paints on it as well. The legs and the rest of the body are painted with the Griff Charger Grey. It's a contrast paint from Citadel, and that was the first preparation. Then the mouth of the monsters is also painted with the regular paints, and in that case it's the combination of the pinkish, the Screamer pink, and the white scar from Citadel. The teeth are also pure white in this sense. Then the rest of our mini, we'll leave it like that, and we're gonna go over with the contrast paint. That's the result we want to achieve, and to do that I use two main colors, which are the Doomfire magenta and the Talassar blue. And I have also diluted them with the contrast, technical contrast medium. So initially I did the three colors, which is the pure magenta, pure blue, and the magenta with the tiny bit of blue, and that is the all three colors we're gonna use to cover the miniatures with them. So initially, as you can see, the head, the top of the head, and those claws above are painted with that blue, plain blue contrast paint. However, I will be adding a little bit of the magenta here and there as well. The bottom of the head, again, with very little contrast paint. I don't want that to be too dark. All those three colors obviously were diluted with a little bit of the technical contrast medium, just to make them a bit more translucent. As you can see now, I add in a little bit of magenta, and while the paint is still wet, it blends very nicely. The rest of those, I would call it tails, I'm covering with the mixture of magenta and blue, and magenta and blue, and the pure magenta, pure pink color here and there as well. The arms that we previously put some Bugmans glow, again we're gonna put some pure pink on it. However, we use a little bit less paint than comparing to those tails. The body itself, the chest and the legs, I literally put a tiny bit of color, and then you can vary it. You can use a little bit of blue, you can use a little bit of pink, and just, you know, if you put too much of the contrast paint, you can, you know, easily remove the excess with the clean brush. And this is the mini pretty much done at the stage. It's very fast process. This board game have quite a lot of those alien minis. That's why I decided to go with the contrast paint, which literally speed up the process. We have 8 of those drones, and there is another 36 of the adults, and that is the reason to do it that way. What is not covered in the video is the base that the minis are standing on. You literally might put a dry brush in with a bit of a silver color like the Leadbelcher or the any other silver, and then you might put some rusty effect like the Ryza rust. But imagination is the key, so you know, you might put it something that you really like. They are standing on the kind of metal floor, and that's the key to nice effect, but you might paint them with anything you want. As you can see now, there is a bit of a light effect coming from the lamp that underneath. There are 2 of those drones in that pose, which I think looks pretty cool, but there are a number of different ones in here. There's 4 types, so you can have a bit of fun painting those bases as well. Anyway, that's it from me at this point. I hope you did like that bit unusual video for me. I might put some other models from this board game at some point. If you do like those, you know, please don't forget to thumb up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't do so yet. And I'm looking forward to see you at the next video clip very soon.